Hello, welcome to Apna Engineer channel. From today onwards, we are going to start a Java placement series in which we are going to start from the core Java and after ending of core Java, we are going to start with the advanced Java concepts. In between the core and advanced Java concepts, in the lesson like in the whenever I'm going to teach, in between I'll teach you the concept first, and in between I'll take interview questions which are going to help you when you are going to an interview, when you are going to prepare for the interview, so you can easily crack the interview for Java developer. Everyone knows that Java is very popular nowadays. It's like everyone in market, you know that everyone is looking for a Java developer, so there are lots of opportunity for a Java developer. So all the best. If you want to become a Java developer, you have bright future also. So please subscribe my channel. It will motivate me. When you are subscribed, I'll motivate and I'll create more and more videos for you. So it's free for you. Please be subscribed. Please subscribe and share also. Thank you. So let's start with core Java concepts first. So first concepts of core Java is like basic question: what is Java? Why is so popular? Like what are the features of Java? So we are going to start with the Java. So, what is Java? Like Java is a high-level and object-oriented programming languages. It is a platform-independent, robust, multi-threaded programming language, which makes popular among the other OOPS languages. So, these are some uh, definition of Java. So, where what is the use of Java? Java is used in software development, web developments, mobile development, and like it is used also in big data analytics. Nowadays, everyone knows that like Java is very popular. So everywhere you can use the Java. So next question, like why Java is so popular? There are some other languages also. So why Java is so popular? The first reason of Java is becoming popular is platform independent. Like what means platform independence? Like what happens whenever we are creating some programs, it will be executed in another platform or operating systems, because like for example, suppose we are going to write a program in Java. It is converted into the dot class file. Everyone know that. Like when we are writing a class on a Windows platform, so we can compile it and we can create a dot class file. So this Java program can be run on another Unix or Linux operating systems. There are some terms and condition, like we need a JVM or JRE for to run the dot class file. This is the only condition. That's why Java is very popular. We can't do such things in another languages like C. So that's why it's popular. So here you can also read, like in other words, we can say that Java follows overall rules like write once and run anywhere. This is That's why Java is so popular, because of platform independence. We don't need same platform. We can run Java programs in another platform also. Only condition is that we need a JVM or JRE to run the Java program in that particular platform. Platform is operating system. Like why use Java? Like Java is easy to learn for programmers. Like nowadays, everyone going to pick the Java as the first language, and so it's has a syntax is very simple to understand, and some another features also behind the Java. So first very simple. It's like first feature is very simple. Java is simple programming language. It's easy to understand because it does not contain any complexities. Like you can say that in C++, you have a pointers concepts which are going to confuse. Like it is confusing for a programmer, because everyone is a fresher. Everyone So those who don't have any background of programming languages, it will very hard to understand them. So Java doesn't have this concepts like pointers and in C. So it's very simple. language, you can understand the easily syntax is easy to understand. It has huge library, so it's very simple. That's the first reason. The second is object oriented, like what and as I earlier said, that Java is nothing but it's like purely object oriented programming language, which means like Java is in Java is everything written in the terms of classes and objects. So first of all, we are going to learn like what is objects. So I will take you a small introduction of object. We are going to take in a brief in next in upcoming videos. So what is object? Object is like a real world entity. It can be a person, place. So you can distinguish from one other. For example, there is a one car. There are two cars. One car can be distinguished from another car. That's like objects. It's a real world entity, and everyone knows that like object has some state, behavior, identity with it. For example, phone. Here we can take an example of phone. Real entities. It's like color. Mobile has states like color, model, brand, quality, etc. These are the properties represented by the variables. Also, mobile is also associated with some actions like behavior means actions like calling, messaging, photography, etc. This is represented by the methods. This is represented by methods in Java. So this is about a class. So what is a this is about the object. What is a class now? So class is nothing but a collection of these objects which have a same state and behavior. It's like a group of class. For example, we have a mobile or smartphone class. So in which we have different brands of mobiles like Samsung, Apple, Vivo, because they have same behavior, same actions. So this is like class. This is the main concepts of uh, some OPS language. So now we are going to take a main concept of object-oriented programming language, class and object. This first we already taken encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and platform independence. These are some important class. Next is portable. What is portable? Means what? Portable means what? We can shift from. We can port. It's like it's portable from one platform to another platform. So what is portable means? We can, as earlier said, like we can write a program in one operating system. This Java program we can able to run in another platform. The reason behind is the JVM and bytecode. So what is bytecode? Bytecode is nothing but in Java. Bytecode is when we are going to compile a Java program. Like it's like first of all its extension is .java. When we compile, it will convert it into dot class file. This dot class file is nothing but the bytecode. So this bytecode and the JVM is the reason behind the portability of the Java code of the Java. So only uh, suppose we are so here we are saying that suppose we wrote any code in Java, then that code is first converted to equivalent bytecode, which is only readable by the JVM. We have different versions of JVM for the different platforms. Windows machine have their own version of JVM, Linux has its own, Mac has its own. If you distribute your bytecode to any machine, the JVM of that machine would translate the bytecode into respective machine code. In this way, portability is happens. So next is a robust. What is robust means? Java language is robust. There are reason behind the robust of Java is exception handling and the garbage collection. So first is exception handling. What is exception handling and all these things we are going to take in the next videos. First of all, I am introducing what is exception like. Exception means like when your application or your program is running and it is unexpectedly terminate your program. Something happened and some error occurs and your program is terminated. This is called exception. So because of that, your application if in Java there is a mechanism to handle this exception. So what happened because of this exception handling, your application will be smooth. There is no interrupt between the application or program. So this makes one this one feature makes robust. Next one is memory management. Memory management is done by the garbage collector. We are going to talk about the garbage collector in this video again in the last. So what is garbage collector? Garbage collector is a program. It's under like JVM. It's run time to time to detect unused variables or objects that removes from the memory to free up the space. This is it's like it's managing the memory management. It's all like suppose there are in program we have unnecessary variables, unnecessary objects which are not going to use. So it this object or these variables take some memories. So there is no use of that variables and methods. So there is a if we don't need this, so why we are keep in the program. So the garbage collector, what he did, it will identify the unused variables and object and remove them from the memory and free the space. So what happens, because of that we don't get any memory related issues. So that makes robust. This is the second reason. Next feature is secure. Why Java is secure? Because Java, there is a no pointer concepts. There is, so we can it does not use explicit pointer. So what happens if we don't have an explicit pointer? Then Java does not allow direct access to the memory, which makes it secure and keeps. And there are also class loaders. When class loader is in the class loader means class loader. It is a loads the class proper class when we are going to execute, and the bytecode verifier which verifies the code. Like some there are some issues or something like that. So this is the secure. Next is interpreted. Interpreted means like in programming languages you can learn like language is either compiler or it's used either interpreter or compiler. But Java programming uses both compiler and interpreter. Java programs are compiled to generate bytecode and then JVM interpret the bytecode file into duration. Along this JVM uses a JIT compiler. This is the interpreted language also. Multi-threaded, like Java support a multi-threaded concept. So what is the thread? First of all, threads like a small light wheel sub process of the process. We can say that it's that shares the resources. And this when multiple threads are running simultaneously, it's called multi-threading. For there are many applications. We can say that Google Docs while typing text example. So in the real world also we can use the multi-threading concepts, like server also uses the multi-threading to provide services to multiple clients. You can create the threads. We are going to talk about how we can create multiple threaded. There are two ways, like implementing runnable interfaces or extending thread class. This is the multi-thread concept. So these are the some features of Java. So now what is singleton class? Singleton class is a, is a tricky question. Like what is Java? In Java, what is a singleton class? Singleton class is nothing but an like it's pattern. Like singleton is a design pattern that it ensures that the class only have a only one object. Singleton class means the class only have only one object. That is the singleton class. So to create the singleton classes, we can have some rules, like we need to create some private constructor of the class to restrict the object creation outside the class. We can create a private attribute of the class type that refers to single object. We need to create a public static method that allows us to create and access the object we created inside the method. We create the condition that restricts us from creating more than one objects. Here we can take the example class singleton. We are creating the object. We create a private constructor. This is the some example of singleton classes. So what happens when use of singleton class? Singleton class can be used while working with the database. That can be used to create a connection pool to access the database while reusing the same connection for all the clients. So here we are going to also take the class example of database. We create the attribute field like private static database data object. We create the private constructor. We create the static method to create the object if already not created, because the singular class means we can create only one object. So that's why we are taking this condition and return the objects. These are some example of the Java singular class. So as I earlier said, that's the In Java, everything is a class and object. It's written in class and object. So let's talk about the class. Class is like a blueprint or prototype from which objects are created. It's represent the set of properties and methods that are common to all objects. But there are some declarations includes like there are some rules. Like before the creating class, we have a access specifier. Class can be a public or private. There are some four access specifier, but a class can be a public and default, like protected and private also. But in Java, by default, it's like public or default. It's a class name. Class name should be begin with capital letter, then follow camel cases. If we are going to use like inheritance or such things, so there is super class concept like name of the class parents preceded by keyword pre-extends. We are going to use inheritance. We are going to talk about the super classes, interfaces, all these things. Like body should be surrounded with curly braces. Constructor, there are constructor which are going to use to initialize the new objects. Field and variables that provide the states of the class and objects. Method used to implement the behavior. These are some things related to the class. For example, student as employee. So object, what is the object? It is the basic unit of object-oriented programming language, and it represents the real life entities. As I earlier said, that objects have a state, behavior, and identity. It represents like state is represented by the attributes of an object, like properties of object. Behavior means it's method represented by methods of an object. Identity means it gives the unique identity to an object and enables one object to interact with other objects. There are many ways to creating objects. It's a tricky question in interview. They are going to ask like what are the ways to creating the objects. So there are different ways. First of all, using new keyword. Next one is new using new instance. Third one is using clone method. Fourth one is using deserialization. And fifth one is the new instance method of the constructor classes. These are some tricky questions about creating an object. So they will ask also what is constructor and what are the its return types. So first of all, constructor doesn't have any return type. It has same its special method which is going to use to initialize the objects. It's has same name as a class name. These are the some questions regarding constructor also. And it can be parameterized or parameterless. Parameterized constructor is used to initialize the state of the object. And also, if class does not explicitly declare any constructor, the Java compiler automatically provides the no argument instruction called a default constructor. And this default constructor implicitly calls the superclasses no argument constructor. So these are the some questions regarding and constructor. So there are a question upon these keywords also, like what is the uses of this keyword. So first use of this keyword is to unhide the instance variables from the method local variables. Like we can say that to resolve the conflict, for example, this dot name is equal to name. Second is to invoke the constructor from the another ordered constructor in the same class. It's called also called as a constructor chaining. These are the two uses of the this keyword. So this is also tricky question of this keyword. We already take the three questions. Like first question is what is Java single class. Second is how to create objects. How are what are the types of like how many ways are to create a Java objects. Third is this keyword. Fourth is what is constructor. So uh, this is only in this video. We are going to talk about next videos. Like in next videos we are going to take like encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance. These three topics we are going to cover in the next videos also, and we are going to take the tricky questions of this topic. So thanks for today, and please subscribe my channel and share to those who want to become a full stack Java developer and who are going to prepare for the Java interview questions. Thank you.